Located in the heart of America is the perfect getaway, a place where you can enjoy friendly people, stately homes and majestic buildings, art and performance centers, a little bit of everything from ragtime tradition to historic trails. Sedalia's roots run deep into America's railroad industry. For more than a century, Sedalia's history and fortunes were tied to the railroads. The railroads brought prosperity and an industrial culture. A friendly reminder of this era is Sedalia's historic Katy Depot, one of the largest depots between Kansas City and St. Louis. The building was renovated by the Missouri Department of Natural Resources and is now home to the Sedalia Area Chamber of Commerce and the Convention and Visitors Bureau. The depot serves as an official Missouri Division of Tourism affiliate welcome center and houses the Railroad Heritage Exhibit. This exhibit offers visitors a journey through an excursion destination like no other. Because of the Civil War, western extension of the railroad was forced to halt at Sedalia. Sedalia was the end of the line and remained the end of the line until the late stages of the war. With the end of the war, civilian commerce flourished once again in Missouri. There was a huge pent-up demand for beef back east, and to get them to market, the cattle drive was born in 1866. Sedalia was the goal and destination to which the drovers pushed their herds along what was known as the Sedalia Trail. Once here, the longhorns could be loaded on cattle cars and shipped by rail to the stockyards further east. Even after its role as the end of the line, Sedalia was still connected to the shipment of cattle to the east. The heritage of the cowboy and the cattle drive will live forever in books and movies, even though cattle drives lasted only 20 years. Also contributing to the legacy of the late 19th century is the downtown Sedalia Historic Business District. The elegant facades that grace the streets and avenues date back to Sedalia's great building era of the 1870s. Among some of the things to see downtown is the Scott Joplin mural, which was painted in 1994. Joplin is recognized as one of the influential figures in the formation of American 20th century music. In his 48 years, Joplin composed 34 rags, and his Maple Leaf Rag was the first piece of ragtime music to sell over 1 million copies. The Pettis County Courthouse, built in 1924 in downtown Sedalia, proudly displays the circuit courtroom murals. These murals depict the history of Pettis County on canvas panels. And that's just a glimpse of what you can discover downtown. You can learn more by taking a stroll on Sedalia's Heritage Trail. The trail features several fine examples of Romanesque Revival architecture, as well as several buildings in the Italianate style of the 1870s and 1880s. The Liberty Center, a renovated 1920s theater, serves as the area center for performing and cultural arts. Staging numerous productions a year, the Liberty Center Association for the Arts regularly showcases local talent at the center. Liberty Park is approximately 32 acres in size and was purchased in 1890 from Joseph Sisher. Today, Liberty Park boasts a stocked lagoon, a rose garden, a swimming pool, tennis and basketball courts, convention center, and a baseball stadium. With several shelter houses and tree-lined picnic areas, Liberty Park provides the community with a beautiful spot for family fun. If you're a history buff and want to learn more about the area, the Pettis County Museum is the place to visit. Here you can dive into all kinds of records and pictures telling the historical story of Pettis County and the West Central Missouri area. The Missouri State Fairgrounds is known for its 396 acres, 2,200-site campground, and modern convention and agricultural facilities. Listed on the National Register of Historic Districts, the fairground plays host to a variety of events throughout the year, including livestock shows, camping rallies, and sporting events. Dahm Museum of Contemporary Art opened in 2002 on the campus of State Fair Community College. Known as a diamond in the prairie, the museum houses 9 galleries dedicated to the exhibition of contemporary art. A permanent as well as a traveling collection of diverse paintings, drawings, prints, works in clay, and sculptures are on display by some of America's most celebrated artists. One place you won't want to miss is Katy Trail State Park. After the removal of the Missouri-Kansas-Texas railroad tracks, the route was converted into the largest rails-to-trails linear park in the United States. With a trailhead at the historic Katy Depot and another at the southwest edge of the Missouri State Fairgrounds, this state park stretches 240 miles across Missouri and showcases some of Missouri's most beautiful scenery. Hikers and bikers often find themselves with a river on one side of them and the towering bluffs on the other, as the majority of the trail follows the route of the Missouri River. Sitting high atop a scenic bluff 8 miles to the north of Sedalia on U.S. Highway 65 is Bothwell Lodge. The lodge was built between 1897 and 1928 by one of Sedalia's greatest benefactors, John Homer Bothwell. Bothwell Lodge was built in 4 sections on top of 3 natural caves, using native rock from the estate grounds. The 12,000 square foot, 31-room lodge is a prime example of the arts and crafts movement of the early 20th century. Sedalia is also host to a variety of annual festivals and celebrations. Everything from the Scott Joplin Ragtime Festival to the Queen City of the Prairies Festival. From Native American culture to St. Patrick's Day events. Blues and barbecue to the Missouri State Fair. Whatever your taste in events, Sedalia has you covered. So you can see, Sedalia is a city that is here to serve you as guests. You will find friendly faces and kind words everywhere you go. And you will find something to enjoy, from rags to trails. Sedalia, Missouri.